Hey everyone. It's been a while since I have done a video for y'all. Sorry, I just got out of bed still in my gown. But I wanted to hop on and share with you all some tips and tricks for bathroom remodels. Now, I am going to eventually post a full video of my entire bathroom remodel for my master and the others as they happen, if I can on the others. But definitely for the master, I'm going to post a full video eventually from start to end. But with that said, I also just want to talk about tips and tricks if you're about to go in the process of getting your bathroom remodeled. First things first, when you're thinking about getting your bathroom remodeled, first thing I suggest is to sit down and really think about what it is that you want in your bathroom, and then think about what your budget will look like for your bathroom. And after you figured out the budget, I think that it's important to first basically, sorry, I got a message at the same time, y'all. But basically, it's important to first think about how much you have to spend in materials. So start looking around for items and things that you'd like that in your bathroom, layout wise. You don't have to put them in a cart and get ready to purchase them. Just kind of look so you understand what the numbers look like. After you've done that, then I would suggest shopping around for a contractor or asking friends and families for contractors that they've used, because you want to have the right contractor. Like, you can hire somebody really cheap and their work may be horrible. You can hire somebody really expensive and their work may be horrible and you've lost a lot of money. So just ask around, talk to the people before you hire them. Ask them important questions about their timelines and how long they usually take on a job. Ask them important questions such as what type of materials do they usually use, if they're willing to be hired for labor only and you supply the materials, which is your best bet. Always hire for labor only and supply the materials. Some people may find that to be complicated, where like, oh, I got to run back to the store. Oh, they're giving me receipts, XYZ. Generally, I ask my contractors, what all do you need? And I buy everything myself. And that way it gives me control over my wallet so that I can make sure that I get good supplies, but also reasonably priced supplies. So that's my suggestion to you all when you're doing a bathroom remodel or any remodel, kitchen, wherever. Be in control of your wallet. Do not give anyone else, any contractors, anyone, control of your wallet. Be the person who controls the wallet. They come and talk with you about things and you all figure it out as you go. So I am using it's called CNC Remodeling, but they're going to change their name to J&J Remodeling. It's a father and son business, and they have been doing an amazing job. It's been almost 3 weeks in my bathroom, and I'm going to show you all what it looks like as of now and explain some things out of what's taken place and just the level of input that they've allowed me to have as we go in this process. So let me reverse the camera. All right, so this is my bathroom. So I don't know if you all have seen pictures of my bathroom beforehand or noticed me in here. It had tile like all up this wall. It was ridiculous. The shower, as you can see, ended really short. It wasn't very long, so I've extended out about another foot for the shower. It's still in the works, y'all, so by next week, it should be done. But just want to show you all, it had a tub that was built around the wall and had extra pieces. That's my tile that's going on my shower floor. But it had extra pieces, and this is the tile going on the wall. And so they basically tore the tub out, tore the back wall out. This wall actually came up to like where the end of the machine is at right here. The wall went about right there. So it was just wasted space. I took that out because I'm going to put a standalone tub in here. This is the toilet space, as you can see. The light switch was actually all the way over here where you see this happening. And I had my friend who's an electrician, not my contractor, is a different person, come in and do the electrical work. When you have electrical work done, make sure you get someone who's good at electrical work. And if your contractors do it, just make sure they're really good at electrical work, because that will matter. Okay, so had all this done, had the wall put back together. If you all saw, you could just literally see the baseboards inside the walls yesterday. All right, nothing on the door. I had a medicine cabinet in here, had that taken out, had the switches changed because the switches were turned the other way, and I had to make them the long way. and bring them down some. And the reason being is like the vanity will go over here. Then you'll have your switches, and then you'll have your LED vanity mirror, and then your lights, right? So you want to make sure everything's properly spaced. I came in here myself and did the calculations ahead of my contractors to understand my spacing so I could start looking for my vanity that I wanted. And that worked out well. Same in here, figuring out the difference. Now, I had already pre-measured and gave my contractors a surety, even though they didn't have the doors in yet because they haven't come in yet, or the tub hasn't come in yet. By the way, Home Depot's a mess right now, y'all, so be cautious with that. But I got the time to reverse the camera. I took out the time to actually do the measurements myself ahead of time. So I was able to tell them like, hey, we got 130 inches here. And the shower is 59 inches. The tub is 71. We have like 4 inches of space in between. They both can fit. So keep working forward without the pieces, like basically doing a little bit of project management on my project. And that's important that you do that because it's your money on the line here, your time, your space, everything, right? And you want it done right. Find someone who does good plumbing. If you're doing bathrooms or kitchen, plumbing matters. So my guy who, the son of the business, he's actually a plumber, went to school for 4 years, everything. He does really good plumbing work. So if you need a plumber, let me know if you're in the DMV area. So, you can see behind there, that little hole is where the spout is going to come out at. And that's the diverter where the water temperature will be controlled. Now, I wish I had shown you all behind the wall, which I'll probably show in my long video, of how the piping was horrible. So they had to redo everything for my bathroom on the other side of the wall to be able to have nice hot water. And we both have hot water at the same time. Now, when we moved in here, it did not have hot water in both. And we learned this the hard way with my son telling me that the water was freezing while he was showering and I was showering. Little things like that. You learn a lot about your home in the process of doing the work. You always want to be professional, but also friendly and down to earth with your contractors, because then they feel bought into what you have going on. You're bought into what they have going on, and be reasonable. Like, yes, we set timelines, but life happens. These are people who are doing this work for you. So you want to be reasonable, and you want to take all of that into consideration and remember that they have lives, they have families, things of that sort, but also be stern about your timelines. Okay. So you can be reasonable and understand that things come up, but you can also make it clear that you have a tight timeline and see what you all can do and compromise. In any business, it's about compromise. And this is a business. Well, even though it's their business taking care of your bathroom that you're paying them for, you have a business deal with them. Contract things. Do not do things by word of mouth. Contract. Get your paper documentation. Have it written out. If you're a good contractor, they should be able to create you a contract. If they're not, you create the contract. At the end of the day, you want a contract between you and your workers on what they're going to do, covering timeline, covering what materials are covered, what materials are not, covering basically, whatever the case may be. Setting your budget so they understand, and when they need add-in things that were not mentioned early on, because that happens all the time. When I have my condo bathrooms done and having the house bathrooms done, things have come up, and we're only in one bathroom right now, and that's perfectly fine. Things will come up, so just make sure in your budget that you always leave wiggle room for those extra things to come up. At least, I say, really, if you can, like $400, $500, especially if you're doing bathrooms, because these little pieces of copper are expensive, y'all. Like $10 for a little bitty thing like this. So needless to say, be prepared for that. So have at least probably $500 on the side for additional things that may come up. Okay. Remember to be in control of your wallet. People do not buy anything for your home without your permission first, or talking to you first, so that you can make sure that it fits within your budget. Make sure that your vision is not lost. So what I do, it's not micromanaging, because I let them do their thing, and I come in and I check daily at the end of the day of what's been done. Sometimes we do it together and we'll talk about what's coming next, so we understand and stay on our timeline. And the last thing I will say is also take your time. Like, if you see something that looks wrong, like a wall is too slanted, that would be a big deal, bring it up, because things like that happen. Or if whatever the case may be, the shower floors is not slanting into the piping, make it clear how important that is for you, so that They understand that you need the floor to be dry when you're in the shower. Things of that sort. You just want to make sure that at the end, everyone, they want you to be happy with the work that they're doing, because you're going to be a referral for them in the end. And you want to be happy because you're putting a lot of money and time and effort into this, and it's your space. And you don't want to have to pay someone else to come behind a contractor to fix it. So be transparent, be open, communicate well, be respectful, because respect matters. And just, keep the vision going and remind them how excited you are to see the outcomes, because that will excite them in their work to get the job done. And so those are the tips and tricks that I want to share for going into a home remodel, whether it be your bathroom, your kitchen, or whatnot. Don't use the cheapest materials either. Be ready to invest. If it's a place that you're going to be living for a while, or you're going to be renting, like even my condo, most of y'all have seen my condo, the pictures and videos and stuff. And it was important to me that it looks good, even though I'm renting it out. I don't want something cheap. I understand people tear things up, but it allows me the opportunity to have better renters, right? So don't go cheap on things just to save money. Do what's within your budget, but at the same time, invest in your property, invest in yourself, okay? So buy decent quality products and things that are going to last. If it's a place you're going to be living in for 20, 30 years, or whatever the case may be, 10 years, 5 years, buy good quality products that's going to last you and that you can not have to replace so often. And that is my major tip to you all for today on home remodeling. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will be sure to respond. And if you want to know how the bathroom comes out, well, click and subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can see the final video and know when it's there. Also, thank you all for supporting these videos. I know I don't get on here that often. I do have a job, another business, a child, a life. And so sometimes it's a little tricky to make videos for y'all. And also, I'm very careful about what material and information I want to share with you all. So just click and subscribe so you do catch my videos when I do post, and I'll try to do better about posting a little more frequently. I have heard the concerns from various friends, and so I'll do better, y'all. But click and subscribe so that you'll know when a video does get posted, because sorry, y'all, life just steps in sometimes, Hopefully I'll be done with this grad school program by March, one last class that I'm finishing up. We'll go from there. But until then, remember, stay impactful in other people's lives. Be a positive influence on others. Be a positive influence to yourself. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Remember, you have value. You are an important person in this world. And your mind, your thoughts, who you are, the existence of you matter, or you wouldn't be here. All right. Love y'all. Keep positive energy around you and do well.